Welcome to my plate number 4. I know, right? Where's time went? And I'm making a number 4 tonight, um, mainly because this is a special edition. I don't have anything written down. I'm not prepared, but I felt moved. When I heard the news that now the USA is the epicenter of the coronavirus, if that does not hit home, really hit home with all of us in our own way, then that's sad. Now, I'm going to head here and speak from the heart, and sometimes that's the most heartfelt emotions to do. And it's not to belittle anything or anyone, it's how I feel, it's what I think. And again, it's from the heart. I put these words down before I found out that we were number 1 at the center, the epicenter, if you will, of this coronavirus. And I still stand behind it to this moment. And if you don't, I question your loyalties to our country. So I want everyone to stop and think about this during the quarantine. How can I make a difference here in the USA? When you think about all the other poor countries suffering from this or that, you think about the outbreak of the coronavirus. You think about New York City. You think about California, and now you think about Louisiana. Think about your own state. Think about Illinois. Think about the shelter in place that we're still incurring, at least until April 7th. It may be extended. And if it is, it is. Most importantly, I want you to stop and think about this. What if one of these coronavirus-cased people was a friend or a family member? Think about the impact, the very impact that would have on your life. It's time for a change, all right. It's time for America to stand united as country. It's time for America united, all women and men who have been called to rise to the call to fight for our country and came back. And they come back to live through this. It is time for us to rise up and not discredit or dishonor anyone who served in any kind of war, but to honor them. People have fought and died for your civil liberties in this country that you have today. When you think about the song God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood, it's time to think about what those words mean in that song. May the act of kindness be put into your heart. May the act of helping those less fortunate in these United States be put into your heart more than anything. May we stop searching for third world countries to make them better, improve their life, when here in our own lives we're struggling for ventilators up there in New York City. We're struggling for nurses, doctors. We're struggling for EMTs, first responders on the scene, having to put up with much more than some of you wouldn't even put up with in a day. Sometimes it takes a tragedy for the people to grow closer together or farther apart. If you disagree with me in any way, that's your prerogative. Just know that I choose that this will not divide this country any more than it already has. I will unite in peace and harmony. This will not let us stop this country from being the great country that it is. In fact, what makes the United States of America the home of the free and the land of the brave, land of the brave and home of the free. Either way, it's great. I'm going to say this. We've got to stand up for something or we'll fall for anything. And most importantly, put yourself in the place of someone who don't have that option of going to talk to someone that has been stricken by this virus. They can't talk back because, say, they're on a ventilator. Let's say, worst case scenario, unfortunately, they've left their body. They'd be out of pain, yes, but did you get to say everything you wanted to say? Or was it too late? You know, we all choose a path that we want to take in this life, and that's fine. But I'm going to say this, the biggest wake-up call that you will ever get is if your child gets this virus and they're going to the hospital alone in a van with people they don't know, to a room that they don't know, to be with people they don't know, while you will be at home without them in their time of need. Think about that. So when you think about this stay at home, and it's the worst thing in the world to some who can't go out and, say, get a beer at a bar. Why? Because all the bars are shut down. Or you think about how you can't go to your shopping and you can't go to your favorite place and hang out with your friends to eat, grab a bite. Maybe it's not that bad if we're saving lives instead of risking lives. Maybe it's not that bad. At this moment, I want to send a special thank you from my heart to all the first responders, the EMTs, the hospital doctors, the nurses, and everyone who's on the front line of this fight against this coronavirus. It is a war, and we are at war with a mean and tireless virus that can strike any one of us at any time. The question is, not are you strong enough, not can you take it on and win, but let's say it got you tomorrow, and you don't make it, and you stand at those pearly gates. Are you ready to meet your maker? Are you ready to say, okay, here's the list that I've done. Here's the stuff that I've said my sorries for, and I hope you can forgive me and let me in. And would he? Those are questions you have to answer on your own. I can't answer them for you. God be with you, and I hope that my words have impacted you enough to make a difference before it's too late.